Hi, everyone, and happy Wednesday afternoon. So, we had so many people trying to come on that Zoom call tonight that contacted me that I think it would crash the system. So I thought I'd just record a Zoom call and walk you guys through the class. The original class was actually how to live on living foods, how to do raw food, how to sprout. And I'm going to break down this class into several segments, and they're going to be relatively short. Today, we're going to talk about lentil sprouts, since I just sprouted a bunch of stuff. So let me show you. Those are my mung beans, and these are my lentils. Ta-da! And here are my broccoli sprouts. So I thought I'd walk you guys through a little PowerPoint that I created. Let me fix my hair here. And give you an idea how to, first of all, where to source your lentil sprouts and how to get them. And sometimes they're hard to find organic, so you can always order them online and get some organic brown lentils. And it's super, super easy. They are small round legumes. They come in many sizes and colors. They come in red. I made dal curry soup today, which I love. It's an Indian recipe, and I will definitely post it on this YouTube on the bottom that you can maybe make at home. And those are not sproutable, by the way, the little red lentils. The only ones that are sproutable are the brown ones, okay? So get yourself some brown lentils, and you can just experiment at first. So maybe just go to Safeway and get a small packet or buy them in bulk. And then get a quart jar and put perhaps a half a cup of lentils inside the quart jar and then add water to it. You do this in the evening or in the afternoon, and you let it sit overnight, and in the morning you drain the water off. Now it's really important that you get the water off, so the way to do this is you get some cheesecloth, or you can also buy those pre-made sprout jar covers that Amazon sells. And you can just screw those on, so you don't have to mess around with any cloth or anything like that. In fact, the other day, I changed out my cheesecloth from a very wide woven to a very tight woven. And it actually ruined my sprouts because the water didn't drain all the way out, and it caught some of the debris that comes off the sprouts when they are ready to burst, okay? So get the wider woven stuff that you can see on the second page here, on the second picture. You see how lightly woven that is? So don't get the really tight woven. I thought I did something great by buying organic cloths, but actually that backfired. So if you can get this organic, that would be great. If not, any kind of cheesecloth will actually work perfectly. So add 2 or 3 cups of water, filling the jar 3/4 full, cover jar, sprouting screen or mesh, lid, soak lentils 8 hours overnight or longer. Drain, and I'm in the way here, so I'm gonna move myself down. Drain and rinse lentils thoroughly. Invert the jar over a bowl at an angle so that the lentils will drain while still allowing air to circulate. So it's really, really important, you guys, that the air will circulate. Otherwise, they can become infected, so they get rotten. And if you're not using really, really, really good well water or really good water in the city, then that can be a problem. Repeat rinsing and draining 2-3 times a day until sprouts tails appear. Taste sprouts, not lentils, daily. Discontinue rinsing and draining when sprouts have reached desired lengths and flavor. Now, some people like them longer and some people like them shorter. I like them sort of in the middle somewhere. I don't really like them when they get super, super long. Like I had an entire jar of mung bean sprouts today, and I threw them into a dal soup that I made. And that's the curry soup that I'll be listing on the bottom of this page. So when you have sprouts like broccoli sprouts, which will be the next class, we're going to go over, you know, sprouting broccoli or alfalfa or radish sprouts, then they're a little bit more high maintenance, so because they could spoil more easily. The ones that are really easy to sprout are lentils, mung beans, azuki, and sprouts like that. But not to confuse you, I think you need to just start with lentils if you've never done this before, and you'll be absolutely amazed how easy it is and how delicious they are. So I want to show you here what's in the lentil sprouts. So they're full of enzymes, obviously, because they're a live food. And we need enzymes to live. So if you're not getting raw food or enzymes in your diet, you're not digesting properly. And that can cause all kinds of leaky gut problems. Eating too many processed foods is terrible. So my next class, I'm actually going to go over enzymes and why it is so important that you supplement with enzymes before you eat, especially if you're eating things like bread or pasta or baked goods. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love croissants, especially from our French bakery in Lake Oswego. And almond croissants are amazing, but they do not love me. And it takes a long time to get over that addiction, no doubt. So eating more raw is really a smart way to go. And why do we sprout? Basically, when the sprout becomes, when the grain breaks open to sprout, you're turning it from a legume to a live food. And now the enzymes are bursting, okay? So you have to sprout things like beans. If you can't eat black beans or any kind of bean, then sprout them first before you cook them. That will make them a lot more absorbable into the system, and you will also enjoy the taste of them. So the next class, we're gonna talk about the broccoli sprouts and enzymes, and I have a little trick that I want to show you. I have learned from some very special people that came to Portland once that have a wonderful enzyme product that I will share with you. And what happens to our stomach or to the food we eat when we put enzymes with it, and how fast it breaks down the food. So have a wonderful weekend. I got very lucky this morning, sharp at 9 a.m. and won the lottery to go up to Timberline skiing, and it is currently snowing up there. So arrivederci, have a great evening, and I'll talk to you later.